Recording in progress.
What it do, what it do, what it do. It is your boy Andrew Schultz, aka Mr. Goody Two Shoes, and who am I with as always? Joseph Huggins, aka Old Man Huggie. Talk shit or get off the pod, episode 196. Legally Bondi.
I almost screwed it up there for a second. I didn't have the right screen up, so when I opened it up, it was black. Sometimes that happens. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm gonna clip that when I open it up. Sometimes it's black.
Yeah, I mean the screen, because I'm like running like 10 different things, and I got all these different monitors. I have everything separate, so sometimes it'll like be a window or a screen capture. It's stupid. I need to build a new computer. Not that it'll fix it. I just want to have two. You know what I'm saying? Well, we on that level, dude. Like, why not?
Your greed glands are salvated.
Greedy for the terabytes, dog. I'm chasing them bytes, dog. Bytes, bits, RAM, VRAM. We after it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was like trying to download, like I put together like an audio like visualizer, as they would call it, with like cover art. So I was like rendering it, and then I went to go download it from where I saved it in Dropbox to my phone, and it told me I didn't have enough like space in my phone. I went and checked. It's like, dude, I got like 2 terabytes. Went back, clicked on it, got it downloaded. But it's like I was like I could see my phone memory being run out just because how much shit I've been doing lately, like with like recording and like making videos and shit. But nah, it had me panic for a second. But then I was like, nah, I got plenty of room. Like, I'm never gonna fucking, like, if I haven't like got close yet, like, I'm just never gonna fill this thing up.
Yeah.
I pay for like the extra, you know.
So this will sound crazy. So because I built my computer, it's my supercomputer, but I've got, what is it? 1 terabyte of SSD, which is like what your programs run on. Then I have a backup SSD. So technically I have 2 terabytes of SSD, which is like what makes your programs run faster. The more space you have, the quicker you can open stuff. And then I have 10 terabytes of like hard drive space that I purchased and put in the computer. So I have like 12 terabytes of space in this computer. So whenever we record these, they're in like fairly high quality. It like auto saves them and categorizes them, and I can save them up, but it saves on my backup hard drives.
You know how much terabytes the supercomputer has? Mine? 6, 7. Oh,
It's a lot for a laptop.
that's a Gen Z thing, dude. It's going viral on TikTok, dog.
Dude, whatever. What is? Explain that to me. What is that? I'm old.
It's literally nothing. It's like one of the Ball brothers, like it's like a Skrillex song. He says 6, 7. I actually have a song where I go not 2, not 3, not 6, not 7, like LeBron in the Heat turned to 11. Hallelujah, call the rep. That's how the song ends. But Skrillex has a song, says 6, 7 in it. Somebody asked like one of the Ball brothers, like while it's being filmed, how's like his smoothie or something, and he's like like a 6, and then his homie goes 7, because and they had been like just listening to that song, and then they just started laughing, and then that's literally the whole fucking thing, dude.
That's stupid.
That's right. We're here to educate.
I was hoping it would have some like deeper meaning. At least like the brain rot stuff has a deeper meaning. I guess that is kind of brain rot, but like, you know, the skibbity toilet, Ohio Riz. I prefer that garbage
This
talk.
is kind of a part of it.
I know that's what I'm saying,
That's
but now
it's the newest member to the club.
I mean, yeah, I guess it is brain rot. That's what they call it. There's like brain rot rap and stuff. That shit's weird, pretty weird. How are you doing?
There's also horror.
You have like a Kennedy hairdo today. It's a lot, and like the pitch black, like the midnight obsidian labelless tee.
That's right, and it's actually a long tee. So it's like,
oh
you know, it's
wow,
like,
long
some
tee. Watch
like,
out.
Like some Bieber shit.
Yeah,
like,
you
but
can't see his chinos, but they're on. They are on.
100% they're on.
Yeah.
No, I actually got some like black athleisure pants on right now. You know,
Some Lulus. You rocking Lulus right now? You're so Cali, dude. It's too much. It's too much for me. It's getting out of control. But yeah, I mean, I'm digging it. It's just very well. Almost looks like someone did it.
That's just literally how my hair is. This is like without job.
How is everything else? How are you doing? How is your world? I feel like you have to give us updates at this point with all the swirls and shit that's been going on. Not the hair swirls, obviously.
Well, I don't know.
Have you seen the Yang, the Wang gang? No.
There's like this other surgery he wants to do on my dick. And basically, like, so whenever I saw him, I actually had an appointment already scheduled like 2 weeks like I had scheduled it 2 weeks before that for that next Monday. So I saw him like on a Thursday or something. So they called me and they're like, "Hey, do you want to keep that appointment on Monday? Because you just saw Yang Gang." And I was like, "No." I was like, "But when should I schedule my next follow up?" And they said, she goes and like talks to Yang. And then she comes back and she's like, "You don't need another follow up, unless you want to get that other surgery." I was like, "Okay, thanks."
He's like, you want the Yang to check the Wang. You gotta go back underneath and let me slice the thing one more time, bro.
Yeah,
that's how you get it. And these ain't you get 2 to maybe 3 freebies. I'm busy with the Wang gang, dog.
So like, so this is real talk. So I've got insurance, right? And so remember, this all happened after I was in a super crazy car crash where I fractured my spinal cord or my vertebrae, C7. Had a black eye, probably got knocked the fuck out, broke 4 fucking ribs and punctured my lung. This all happened the same week. So anyways, like I went off in an ambulance. Just got the bill for the ambulance today. $0. Would have been $2,800. But my point is, dude, the surgery on the Wang, $90,000.
God damn.
Yeah, I own 5.
$90K.
Swear to God,
dude.
It's like 89 plus.
Yang Wang gang is just like bukuing in bucks, dude. He is pro. He shows up at doctors' conventions and he's like, "You prescribe any trazodone lately? You should." Like I'm telling you, dude. Like, he's the fucking plug. What are you talking about? $90K. This dude is like the permanent boner plug, dude.
But
like you,
to be fair, bro.
He's rocking blue diamonds.
I'm having surgery on my dick. Like, I don't want to, like, if it was like, it's like a 5K surgery. I'd be like, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know if I want that.
If you donate a testicle, you can donate
90 is the respect that my cock deserves. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. I mean, if you donate a testicle, I think you can get like $100K for it. If you donate it.
Well, if you save a dick, you can get 90.
Oh yeah. You give up a ball, everything in there. So basically, you got like 300K's worth of, junk on you. You know what I'm saying? You got 100K in each ball.
Yeah. The trifecta.
Yeah. So I mean, right there, you're rocking at least on average 300 plus. I mean, that's a decent house. It's a yard.
Where?
That's a yard.
Where? It's a down payment.
It's a yard. Not in California.
Yeah, no shit.
With your fucking chinos and your...
Well, that's where these balls and dick reside.
And your devil without a cause haircut.
Okay, so my point is...
Kid Rock reference.
uh, I I believe that my out of pocket I maxed the fuck out, right? Already. So if I want to take Yang up on the offer, I might just get the surgery for free. But if I wait and then I like would like regret it, like not doing it, like till like after the year, then I'm paying whatever the fuck my insurance doesn't cover again.
Yeah, I mean, if it's, I would just
But
do
I
it.
don't want to be like rushed into some surgery.
No, but if it's something that's gonna help, I mean, he obviously knows what he's doing. He
Yes.
knows his way around. He's a samurai with the wang, dude. He's surgical.
Bro. I had to go. I had like post-op conversation. I had a follow-up, and then a second follow-up before I found out I had to do dick exercises. Like like let's not give him so much credit.
Well, yeah, but I
He
mean
might be
that
a
sounds.
master with
but
the scalpel.
but that's like true, but he is like the principal of Wang School. So when it comes to the Wangs, Yang is like the dean. You know what I'm saying? Like the science teacher is supposed to teach your ass science. That nurse that you talk to just as much as you've talked to him, probably more, is normally the person that tells you that shit. That's normally how that goes. The doctor might touch base on it, but normally you talk to a nurse for a bit, they do whatever, turn your head, cough, then they leave. Doctor comes in, talks to you, chops it up, goes over shit, leaves, and normally a nurse comes back and is like, okay, so here's this, we'll get you the prescription, make sure you take 2 of these. Like that's always, in my experience, there's always like it's a 3-touch system.
Well, like so the first follow-up with the nurse practitioner who like flexed her like experience on me, like when I was like she didn't know who she was talking to. I just go, "Hey, do you want me to like take my shorts off?" And she's like, "Yeah, take it off." Like I been in urology for 10 years. I've seen, it's no big deal. I'm like, I wasn't saying it was a big deal. I'm just asking you if you want
She's
me to
living
take.
under Wang's shadow, dude. It's like that.
But okay, but you know what she told me, quote, and and the reason why I can quote it is because it was so fucking crazy. This is 2 weeks after the surgery, or it's actually a little bit longer than 2 weeks because it was like a pain in the ass to fucking get the fucking appointments. I had to get a referral and show my dick to other people in order for them to go, so I can go show my dick to the people I was supposed to show my dick to.
Who already
And
saw
then,
it.
and then they called me and said I never had to show my dick to those people in the first place. So I
You
feel
get
violated.
to show it to me once. You want to show your dick to me again? You got to show it to the whole goddamn gang.
Literally.
Enjoy your freebie. Like, oh shit.
And then they're playing my games, and they call me like, "You never had to do that.
Wang
You never
is
had to
like
do that."
The
It's
Yakuza.
like, okay, well, you didn't
wieners.
have to call me to tell me I didn't have to do it. You could have just let me. I already did it, so you don't have to like put that in my head. It's like, guess what? Totally unnecessary. Never needed to do that. Awesome. And then so, anyways, but she told me follow-up appointment in 4 fucking weeks. Just tuck it up like you've been doing. End quote. Just tuck it up for 4 weeks when I'm supposed to be doing dick exercises the whole fucking time.
It's a long tuck.
I gotta call an emergency board meeting with Yang.
That's like doing a handstand against the wall as part of the exercise, but doing it the whole time.
But it's also like swollen, right? And like the whole thing was like the whole like paraprism, like it's like the blood is not leaving your dick. Yeah. So like when it's like like hard swollen, and then like your boy's wearing chinos, so it's like
so like you got the long
pressed up against,
so
like it's like
tee.
I'm like, am I cutting off like the circulation? Is this because she's like telling me I have to like poke it and then see if it like you could see. I don't know what the fuck I did.
Dude, you don't have to give me all those details. You're good. But if it's gonna be free, you got the opportunity. Why wouldn't you let?
Because I had having surgery on my dick, dude. It's so bad. It's insanity.
I mean, you've already had it once, correct?
Right. But okay, this is like I'm telling you, I'm sure it's on the level of giving birth. Like, and sorry, ladies, but like surgery on your whole ass dick, like it's just wild. But like it was like 10 out of 10 pain going in there, and then the recovery is insanity. But the thing is, like when you give birth, you have like a baby afterwards, and then it like makes you like forget like all the pain, and that's why they have it again or whatever. So I'm like, endorphins like released in their body, like the like just like it's like the Men in Black like memory stick eraser. Otherwise, they would never have it again. 'Cause it's like so insane. That's what I'm saying. I didn't have a baby out of this, you know. I just have still have the same problem. You know, but here we are.
But, you know, we move forward. We
Yeah, we did. We
yeah,
did.
you know, we move forward. We tuck and walk. We
Yeah.
walk it out. We tuck it out for sure. Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't put anything about it in notes, but I did want to mention there's all this like so we don't really talk about like other podcasts or other. I mean, I guess we do touch
That's right,
base on
chubby
some
bag of donuts.
on some of them, but like there's a, like people are obsessed with Candace Owens. It's like this whole thing. She has a huge following. She says some pretty wild shit. You know, she's being sued. I do think we touched that she's being sued by Macron and the First Lady of France. I'm sorry, for accusing her of being a man. And then like apparently there's like photo evidence that she's not a man. Like went through this whole process to like provide evidence.
What do you mean? She like took pictures of her vagina?
I don't know. I guess, man.
I mean, they are French, bro. They are French,
it's
dude.
possible.
Like, yeah. Like the questions about dropping trout in
But
front of the nurse would never
but
happen.
she was best friends with Charlie Kirk, who, you know, obviously was assassinated recently. And dude, she's been going ham, like crazy on all of this Charlie Kirk stuff, dropping all sorts of accusations. She claims that it was she's a big proponent of that, like Israel is the person that decided to take out Charlie Kirk, which is pretty crazy. But now she's saying there's been screenshots of text message conversations, like a text thread with him in it, and he's talking about how he's like becoming anti-Israel and he's being threatened, and people are these Israeli fundraisers or people that donate are pulling their donations and walking away because he's like not going to cancel Tucker Carlson. Supposedly there's all these text messages, like actual text messages from people within the conversations of him talking about how he's worried about being murdered. Pretty crazy. I mean, and I don't advocate for anyone to go listen to someone else, but it's like a pretty weird conspiracy rabbit hole that like Candace Owens is just like spinning. I don't know what she's on. Is it like Rumble? I don't know what the fuck she's on, but she's on some platform, and
Isn't it the Daily Wire?
Daily Wire, yeah. But she has like her own little like podcast thing that she does. I guess maybe it's distributed by them, like her live stream.
Yeah, it's like maybe like under that umbrella.
But that she's going like crazy, man.
She's been crazy, dude. She like nobody even talks about this, but like the only really thing that I have ever heard about her until like this shit, like I know exactly who the fuck she is, but like actually heard like what she was saying, you know, was that Barack Obama was gay and that he used to like sneak in like young like 20-year-olds like dudes like in the back of the White House and fuck them like, and she like that she had like a Secret Service agent who like confirmed it like. And I was like, what in the actual...
Well, people at Turning
like,
Point...
if that was fucking true, you know, like, it would have been a bigger story. But she just gets away. I was just saying, like, just out.
Yeah,
like,
well, what's wild is there's people from Turning Point USA. So, like, I don't know, like 90 people that now all seem to work there magically and are just, like, grifting the fuck out of this dude's death. They confirmed that the text messages were real. Like, those are actually real text messages. And then
what text messages
that like about him like having donors pulling money and not being in like leaving the pro-Israel movement and not wanting to have Tucker Carlson on, not like wanting to disassociate with Tucker Carlson just because he's anti-Israel, like all this really weird stuff. And then I didn't see any of the screenshots of the, you know, worried about being killed, but she said there's 3 people, 2 with like evidence of him saying these things to them, like one of them the day before he got killed. But what's really interesting about Candace Owens is one of those weird anomalies. So she sued an employer for racism previously, and then became kind of like a right wing grifter. So it's like she ended up like, I can't remember what the full story is, but she ended up suing somebody for racial discrimination, and then was like saying pretty inflammatory things, or says things pretty inflammatory things about like minority groups. So just
Yeah, and she's an African American woman, but she's like far right.
Kind of like
Let's give the audience context.
Kind of like Greg Abbott, you know, won a big cash settlement and originally got a lot of his money from whenever that tree fell on him and it paralyzed him. That's why he's in a wheelchair. And then when he became governor, he helped write and push through legislation that closed the law that allowed him to sue the company that did a bad job of trimming the trees. So it's like what he made like millions of dollars off of, he then got in power and closed that door, like pulled the wheels up after him.
Pulled the ramp up.
Yeah, the ramp. Yeah, it's better. But that's like, so that's fucked up. So I always found that very interesting that she like went through that, but then came out the other side and like capitalized off of it and was like, these actually are my people.
I mean, are you surprised? You know what I'm saying? Fucking Trump used to be a Democrat, dude. He invited the Clintons to his wedding. Like, what are we talking about?
No, I know.
Like, these people have no principles.
Well, I'm just saying she's going crazy like on this, like it's like almost like Kash Patel put her in charge of the investigation of Charlie Kirk's assassination. It's nuts, man. It's like I've only seen clips of it, but it's pretty trippy.
Do you know what her husband looks like?
I couldn't point him out if you showed me a picture. I've seen it, but it's like not memorable.
Do you know like what race he is?
Isn't he a white guy?
He's Jewish, yeah. Jewish white guy. Yeah. But like it's one of those things like I forget who it was, and I'm like, if you just had to guess, do you think his wife's white? It's like a right wing black guy, like Clarence Thomas. I think I think I said that to you. I was like, you just had to guess.
He's got like a cult. He's got a cult wife, like a deprogrammed wife.
Right, but of course she's white.
Yeah, like Clarence Thomas is wild.
Therapy questions?
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go. Jamal with it.
All right, y'all. Therapy questions. Therapy question number 1. Would you rather only be able to whisper shout or shout whisper for the rest of your life? So whisper shout, meaning like whenever you want to shout, you whisper, or whenever you want to whisper, you shout.
Whenever I want to shout, I whisper. Because I can still talk normal, right?
Right.
So then, because if I want to whisper, then I shout. That's like mumbling under your breath. So I don't want to be like having like my comments that I'm saying to myself be heard by everybody because I'm shouting that shit. That sounds terrible.
But what if you need to shout and you just all you can do is whisper? You're in need for help, bro. You're done.
Yeah, then that's just the way it is. That's just like, you gotta be extra
cautious.
Just gotta be extra cautious. But yeah, I'd much rather that than have everybody basically, because like that's like a form of like inner monologue where you're just getting it out, but you like mumble something under your breath, say something, and someone's like, "Excuse me," like if you say, like you lose that to be like, no, like like you couldn't. It's like you'd be shouting shit.
Right.
So if that means if somebody bumped into you and they were rude as fuck at like a gas station and you were just like, "Whoa, excuse you," like said that to yourself, you'd be like, "Whoa, excuse you," like you'd be getting in fights left and right, bro. You'd be just instigating shit all the time. It would be a matter of time.
You value a whisper capability more than a shout capability is what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm loud as shit, so I'd much rather
be able to whisper.
Be able to be quiet. Everyone's talking, Miss Evans. Well, I know, Joseph, but I can only hear you. And it's like
my God.
Teachers used to say that shit to me all the time. I hated it.
Have you worked with your therapist on that?
I was like, what the hell, bro? I can't help it.
Naturally.
I was like, I can't help it. I can't do anything about that.
Do you have nightmares about that?
No, dude, that was like a broken record. It was the same bitchy ass teacher saying that shit to me. It used to drive me nuts. And I was like, well, it's not my fault. Like, I got a deep ass voice. That ain't my problem.
Hey,
Sorry,
look at me now.
Sorry, you can't stop
Look
listening.
at me now.
Sorry, you can't stop listening to the music my voice makes. You know what I'm saying? Bam, bam, bam.
Hey. Skirp, skirp.
Yeah, because shout whisper would suck. You'd just be shouting all the time. You could never like be like frustrated and be like, oh God. You'd be like, oh God, like every time. That would be terrible.
Well,
There's
no
way.
You just wouldn't do it. Then, you know?
Yeah,
you
you would
opt out.
Yeah, you could never whisper. You would always just have to talk. Like you'd just become a quiet introvert. You'd become quiet. You'd shut yourself up because you'd be worried you'd shout all the time. People would be like,
yeah,
whoa.
dude. And also like when you're like having fun, you know, with a gender of your choice.
Hey man, that chick at the bar, she's checking you out.
No, I'm saying like when you're like in an intimate moment, you can't even like hit him with a whisper, you know.
Yeah.
Therapy question number 2.
Damn girl, you look good. Like, why are you shouting in my ear? Like, what the hell? I thought we were trying to be quiet. The kids are downstairs. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, get out of here.
Yeah, dude. That alone, right there. That's enough.
Why are you yelling at my mom?
Just trying to holler.
Yeah, it's a holla.
Let me holler at you, bitch.
I always wonder what happened to that guy from Chappelle Show.
We know what happened, bro.
That guy was great.
Lung cancer happened.
It's cake, and he's like, "Don't drop that shit." That's like man, I love that guy. That guy's a
Shout out.
shout out for sure.
Therapy question number 2. Would you rather live in a house that smells faintly of onions or constantly hear faint elevator music?
Faintly smells of onions. So a faint smell of onions.
Or a faint noise of elevator music?
I mean, the smell of onions. I'd probably maybe rather that. Like, well,
Are you kidding?
The elevator music might drive you insane over time. That would like.
I feel like
you could be.
I was zoning it out.
No, you'd be trying to sleep here.
I'm kind of into it already. No, you know it's like when like on Loveline back in the day with like Dr. Drew and Corolla.
Yeah.
That whenever they would have like a caller, you know, a listener call in, and they could hear their fire alarm, like the beep, like when you know, it's like low on battery,
yeah,
chirp, and they would stop anything that's going on. It was like a bit, and
yeah,
and
I remember.
Like,
I used to, yeah, I remember.
yeah. But my point is like the people there don't hear it because they've just like tuned it out, and I feel like that would happen with the elevator music. You would tune out the onions.
Yeah, I'd rather tune out onions.
Well, yeah, but when you have
that would
people,
just be
people come over,
then I just wouldn't have people over.
Well, that's insane.
You could light incense. You could do lots of things to try to mask.
You could do that without the onions too.
But the elevator music would travel with you everywhere,
bro.
No, you would go nuts by the time you were old. That's like, I don't know, some type of, that sounds like some Vietnam torture we like the CIA would do on people, like blast music. That's some siege tactics, bro. You're gonna siege your own mind with elevator music, no lyrics. I mean, how many songs is it going to be? It's not going to be an infinite amount. It's not going to be a new song every day.
It better be.
It's going to be, no, that playlist is going to loop, bitch. What are you talking about? That's a looping ass playlist. Nah. We'll say it's 80 songs. You'd be surprised how quickly it'll go through 80 songs. Even if it's 1,000 songs.
I get it. Yeah.
You're like, I hate this song. And you can't skip. Just gotta let it play through. You gotta let the
whole... my elevator music is no skips, baby.
You gotta let it play all the way through. Nah, man, you'd lose your shit. Over time, you'd be crazy. You'd be praying like, oh my god, it'd be in your head too. So it's not like you're hearing it. It'd be in your head. It'd be in your head. So even if you were like, I'm gonna go deaf so I don't hear it, you'd still hear it. That's all you'd hear then. Is just the elevator music.
Maybe you learn you'd be like a musical genius because you just like constant
like
on it.
Beethoven,
just breaking it down.
Dude, this dude's just making elevator bangers, bro. Like I've never even heard these songs before. It's just like you're just pumping them out. Come famous. Right. He's mad. He's a genius, dog. He's the Kanye. of
Because
12.
it's like Malcolm Gladwell talks about, you can do anything for 10,000 hours, you become a master of it. So you rack up 10,000 hours quickly if it's on 24/7.
He's like the Kanye West of elevator music, man. Like he's just like all over it. I heard he's dropping a shoe. I heard they're
They're building taller buildings so people can just listen to his jams in the elevator.
yeah. You can hear his bangers at every mall across America, dog. It's just wild.
Yeah, people get stuck in elevators and they don't even care anymore.
And get this, he made himself go deaf. Crazy, bro. He's like Van Gogh.
Mixed with Beethoven.
Yeah. Incredible. The lore behind this mythical.
Beethoven go.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Thank you.
That's pretty.
Beethoven go.
No, that sounds like some weird like.
Hey, there's no.
Sounds like some weird like French
brainstorming. We're brainstorming here. I don't need your judgment.
Some beat dish that like some French guy would try to convince you is good, and you get it, and you'd be pissed off. Like, and it'd be like some little like it'd be like little tiny ass pieces. And you're like, this plate was $80, and I got like 4 bites out of this shit.
Beethoven go.
Look, I came in hungry. I'm gonna leave hungry and more broke. Oh, American, you don't know Beethoven go. It is a classic dish.
There you go. Beethoven go over here, dude. You heard it here first, y'all. Pseudonyms. Get you some. Therapy question number 3. Would you rather only be able to drink liquids out of baby bottles or eat solids with gardening tools?
I think we might have had this one before.
Yeah, I was wondering if I
said like the liquids out of baby bottles would be like your gimmick.
Yeah, you're right.
They'll be like,
okay, my bad.
You're like, no, you're good.
We were talking about like I think we talked about like Tone Loc, like and Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. He's got like
pacifier.
Yeah, dude. I'm getting to 100% Cambodian breast milk in my fucking bottles.
Careful, dude. That's so he got 4.
Diddy, we're talking about Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy. Sorry, because that Cambodian breast milk is another Dave Chappelle skit. I want you to go to Queens and get me a sugar cookie. And get a midget to get a picture of a midget holding these balloons.
You just gonna sit there? You're just gonna do your taxes? You're just gonna chop onions?
That's what's hot on the streets right now?
You gonna use your anytime minutes?
He got sentenced to 4.5 years.
Wild.
He's already served a portion of that though, so he's gonna get out in like 2 years. He's already requested to be transferred to a minimum security prison. He's worried about being sexually assaulted in like bad prison. He thinks that some people are gonna get him. I'm pretty sure
he's got a pretty mouth, dude.
I'm pretty sure he'd just be in protective custody, which would probably be worse because then you'd just be by yourself for 23 hours a day.
Yeah, but if you know you're getting out in a couple of years, like it might not be as bad.
Well, yeah, it's more like 2 years, and then it's been floated that should Trump give him a pardon? They even asked Trump if he's considered giving P. Diddy a pardon, and he said, "Well, I call him Puff Daddy." So
there you go.
Get that out of the way. He's
Big facts.
90s, early 2000s Puffy.
Can't stop, won't stop.
But he'll look into it. He was asked if he was about Ghislaine Maxwell. Would he give her a pardon? And he's like, "Oh, I haven't heard that name in a while. I'm not really sure. I'd have to look into it. I haven't heard anything about that in a while."
Well, her shit's going to the Supreme Court, so
they denied it. They said no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they said no. That's why they asked. Like, so the only thing that she could get at this point is a pardon. He said he'd look into it.
Oh.
So, Puff Daddy,
his old girlfriend,
Puff Daddy and Maxwell are, he's gonna see what he can do about getting them pardoned. It's almost like someone was like, "Hey, are you gonna pardon this person that's a convicted child sex trafficker?" You know what? I'll look into that. That's a good idea. You're like, no, I was asking because we don't want you to do that. No, I think that you might be onto something. Like,
I know. Meanwhile, like MAGA QAnon freaks are like, like there's this sex child trafficking ring like on the Democratic side. It's like, bro, like he's over here surmising about
We did
giving
an ep-
pardons
we
to
did
two separate sex traffickers.
we did a episode a long time ago, many a moon ago, where we talked just for a bit about was like one of my million conspiracies, and it was whenever there was the Wayfair conspiracy that people were being sold on Wayfair and being sold on like Amazon, and you could type in codes and find missing people and all this, and that was like a bunch of like Russian psyop crazy bullshit. But we talked about it then, and it was like there's a secret cabal, and you can order this cabinet is if you type in this number code, this cabinet pops up, and that's the number code of a missing kid, and here's this connection, and they're using it to buy people.
Trump slapped a tariff. I think it was like something like crazy, like 60% tariff on all kitchen cabinets coming into the United States. Not kidding.
No, I saw that.
Final therapy question. Therapy question.
So glad I bought my house when I did, and it has like new cabinets and shit. Because I'm like, oh my god, that's also why, like my big ass fence. I was like, no, I got to get this fence done as soon as possible because this shit's only gonna get more expensive, and nothing's like taken effect yet. So I need to do this shit like now. Like I need to buy all of this,
just like what the Wang surgery,
Yeah, like I need to do it now. Otherwise, if I wait, it'll be $7,000 more for no reason other than like just shit stupid. And yeah, I was right.
But at least the eggs are cheaper. Oh wait. Final therapy question. Therapy question number 4. Would you rather be haunted by every person you've ghosted or every person who ghosted you?
Be haunted by every person you've ghosted or every person who ghosted you. So they're haunting you, so they obviously have to like interact with you.
Yeah, I guess if that's the law, the ghost law.
I guess it'd be every person who ghosted me rather than people I've ghosted, because if you got ghosted, there might have been a reason why.
Well,
Or you
yeah.
could have been like crazy. There could have been some wild shit going on, right? As we're like, maybe if like you're haunting me, I get some clarification. You know what I'm saying?
About the ghost.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, the way that I see it, I agree. I'd rather be haunted by the girls who ghosted me, rather than the people I ghosted, because I ghosted them for a reason.
Yeah.
And the girls who ghosted me, I didn't ask to be ghosted. I was obviously still into it.
I want to know the reason.
So I'd rather be haunted by the boo bitch than, boo.
Because yeah, and also if it's people you ghosted, they're just gonna talk shit the whole time. Doesn't matter, and who.
It's like I ghosted you.
I know, but they'd be
So
like,
why
"Why'd
would
you
you
do
want them
that?"
haunting you?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
insane.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter who you are, guy, girl, whatever walk of life. If there's anybody, a friend, a relationship, or something that you ghosted on, and being haunted by those people, and you're just like, I need to literally get away from this person to continue to move forward. I don't know.
Well, and then after saying this or like writing this in there, like I was thinking, like I don't think I mean, I definitely haven't ghosted like very many people at all. Like I don't like I'm trying to think of who, and then I also haven't really been ghosted that much. I was kind of recently by the boo bitch, but that's what she called herself.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, I can't really think of that many. If anything, it was more like this person makes me super uncomfortable. But it wasn't even like, I mean, I'm trying to think. There's this one, there's this crazy chick back in the day, and I didn't even like date this chick or anything, but it was like the craziest shit ever. So I was in Austin, we're bartending at this club, and there was this girl who would come in, and dude, when I tell you, like, she would like just stare at me from across like it's a big area, and it'd be like people dancing, and like the crowd would part a little bit, and she'd just be like staring at my well, like because there's a big long line of people, and I started bartending on like the other side, and then I moved downstairs, wouldn't let her come into the downstairs area. I was like, do not let this girl come down here. She would make me so uncomfortable that like if if that's the type of people that are haunting me, no, man, get out of here.
Nah.
That is an actual nightmare. There might be some comedic relief because then like the ghosts, if it's people that ghosted you, they'd also be more annoyed by having to haunt you than they would be haunting you.
Nah. I feel like I turn them. You know.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like there's
I think they'd be like, I fucked up.
yeah, like I think the animosity would be different. That's what I'm saying. They'd be like, "Ugh, I have to haunt you. I thought I ghosted you," and you'd be like, "Oh, that sucks." Like it'd be funny, and you could kind of fuck with them. As the other ones just be like, they just be talking shit to you, man, the whole time. All they do is just like yap at you. That'd be
Right. They'd be a worse version of the version that I ghosted
yeah,
in the first place. You know.
yeah, yes, because then they'd be like eternal and like follow you for forever.
And have experienced the ghost by me, so then now they're like they're pissed.
Yeah, they would blame you because you ghosted them. They turned to ghosts. Damn, talk about a curse, bro. That's a wild curse.
That's a double entendre.
That's some Beauty and the Beast shit.
So what's up Belle?
Get out of here. What's up, Belle?
What is she? It's like
That's
are all the
dude,
princesses.
that movie's so funny too because they're just like, this bitch is weird. She reads books. Like what? Like everybody is.
You know what's crazy?
That sounds wild, dude.
Who? What's the fucking song that from Beauty and the Beast? Who sang it? Oh, never mind. It's Meatloaf. It's Meatloaf. But like I think I thought I had like a Beethoven kit.
Oh, I was thinking, what's his
Never
name?
mind.
I was
I don't
thinking, not Paul Newman, Randy Newman. I was thinking
No,
about
that's like
it.
Toy Story.
That'd be incredible if he did Beauty.
But it's incredible.
and,
It's fucking Meatloaf.
Beauty and
That
the
video?
Beast. He's a beast. But like, no, dude, that movie's wild. Think about it. Like the bookstore owner is sitting there talking shit, and I guarantee you she's the only reason he's open. The only reason he has a business is because Belle checks out books every day, and he's talking shit about this girl. She's weird. Yeah, she comes into my bookstore and just keeps buying books and shit. What a weird girl. Like that's crazy, and everybody hates her.
I mean,
She is stupid. I mean, the bad guy, I think I've talked about the bad guy's the Beast, and it's totally not Gaston. Gaston's not really the bad guy in Beauty.
I mean, shout out to our French people again.
So if you get everybody turned into a ghost because you ghosted them, that means you were so bad. That's like a David Spade movie. So that means you're such a bad person that now everybody got turned into a ghost. That's like Beauty.
No. The opposite.
Well, I'm saying if it was the people you ghosted, they got turned to ghosts.
That's because they weren't under like the umbrella of protection by me anymore.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying because you ghosted them, they became ghosts. So they'd be mad. Right. They'd be mad about that. That's like Beauty and the Beast, where everybody's pissed off, but they're afraid of the Beast. But he's like, "Yo, man, like I'm a sweet old lady. This is my kid Chip. He's a cup. This little kid's a cup now." Because you wanted to like yell at some old lady bitch who showed up at the house and needed help. She ended up being a magical witch and cursed everybody that works for you into like being credenzas and ottomans and cups and silverware and clocks and lamps for all of time, unless you fall in love and stop being such a piece of shit before this magical rose dies, bro. How big of an asshole was the Beast before the Beast became the Beast, bro? Think about it. Everybody, like people's family members were missing and nobody knew where they were, bro, because they were turned into like, there's a dog that got turned into an ottoman. That's fucked up, man. Like you really fucked up in life when a poor defenseless dog is being turned into a piece of furniture and is willingly letting some weird old man who comes in put his feet up on him. He's excited.
Well, but for eternity though, so like dogs don't.
Unless he falls in love, my.
But at least the dog wouldn't be alive as long.
My 5-year-old son Chip, who has a piece missing, will never be a boy again, unless you fall in love. He'll be.
Do you think Chip had downs and that was like a
dude?
Symbolic
That's
for
like
a,
the wildest shit, and the fact that they made his nose like the hoop, like. It's like whoop, like the hoop,
like
the handle is his nose is like so out of control. Like
so you're saying Gaston, who's supposed to be the
Gaston's just a dude, bro. He's just a dude, bro, dude. He's like he sucks, but all the dudes like him. Everybody else likes him, but Belle and this crazy old man. Think about this. This old man is hey, I'm a part of the Industrial Revolution. I made a steam-powered machine. I'm going to take it to the fair. Gets lost in the woods and attacked by wolves, right? That's like short story. He's walking through, attacked by wolves.
Spoiler alert.
Sees a castle, runs into it to seek shelter. It is decrepit and empty. No one's there. Bumps into the Ottoman dog. The beast locks him in a tower to die. Never gonna let him out. Very comfortable doing it, like he's done it before. Just saying. Because, and if you question, like, well, did he really? His daughter shows up and she's like, let my dad go. He goes, cool, bitch. Only if you get in the cage. I'll lock you up. You can swap spots with him. So now I'm going to lock this girl up, the weird bitch from town who reads books. Now she's mine, and I'm locking her in a tower, and I'll let the old man go. Think about that.
Well,
no, that's crazy.
When he was turned into the beast, did that change his personality, or is it the same personality?
No, he's just like grumpy and lonely. If anything, he's just more like a curmudgeon because he was a dick. Like that's what it was. This old lady, the beginning, they tell the tale, and like this old lady, this homeless woman shows up seeking shelter, and she's like, help me out, and he's like, get out of here, you old bitch, and like chases her off and is really mean to her and humiliates her in front of all these people. Then she comes back and does this like glowing float thing and is like, I'm actually a witch, and curses him. And that's it. And she's like, you got to fall in love. Otherwise, all these people, all of these innocent people that work for you, I'm punishing them too. That's how big of a dick you are. The whole town was okay with going and killing the beast. All he had to do was show them visuals on a magical mirror of this screaming monster, and everybody was like, oh, fuck. So then next thing you know, the whole town is going to go kill the beast. The Gaston, wore a cape socially, badass. Everybody wanted to, a group of dudes sang like the most not no homo but homo song about another man of all time, talking about his chest hair and eating eggs. No one fights like Gaston. Like that song is wild. Like that's epic. If your homies hit you with that, you'd be like, whoa guys, like chill out. That was the whole town. He ends up defeating the beast in combat. He kills the beast. He just falls off the side of the castle. Because he's scaling a castle in the rain with no climbing equipment? That's bad. That's crazy. Fighting a mythical beast created by some witch woman. Then he kills it. Gaston, he sucks. He's like a Chad to the max. But he's not like necessarily the bad guy. The real bad guy is the beast. The fact that the beast gets the girl and like keeps his castle and it's all nice and clean again. He's like handsome and shit. That's messed up. That's not cool. He doesn't deserve any of that. Everybody around him was tortured. Just saying. Because he still got to be a badass beast.
What about the witch? What about the witch?
She went on. She kicked rocks. She was like, good luck, bro.
I know, but my point is like she's like the Ghislaine Maxwell of this scenario. I feel like she deserves a little bit of blame as well. She facilitated him becoming a beast, and she's the one who turned everybody into the motherfucking furniture, to the Ottomans.
And then think about this. Those people are trying to go kill the beast. Like, what happens if the beast dies? Are they still stuck that way for forever?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's nuance here.
Because if not, if he just dies and then they're just released, I think that's more fair. That the beast should have died.
Doesn't sound like
maybe
bro, they all die with him, dude.
The way he's like
a pharaoh, he just takes them with him.
You get in the cage then. That's crazy. That's you're way too comfortable locking people in your tower for all of time because they show up and they need help. There's wolves outside. I know you don't leave the house very often because you're a weirdo and you're a monstrous beast, but there are wolves out here. Like if you think I'm the next, there's not going to be somebody else at your door soon. Maybe take care of the wolves. You're like a mythical beast with tusks. Go do something about it. Just saying that shit. I would watch that as a kid and I was like, what are we doing here? This is who we're rooting for, this guy, and now he gets to sing songs and shit and snowball fight. Get out of here. What are we talking? What are we doing, bro? And everyone's excited. They're just excited. They hate him secretly. They just want him to fall in love because I'm tired of being a fucking recliner, bro. Like, I'm over it. Like, I don't even have wheels. I'm just stuck. Like, I'm just sitting
I don't know
here.
if recliners were a thing back in whatever the time period this
All
is.
right, a real nice wingback chair.
There you go.
There you go.
Just want to keep it trill.
Sorry, that's my rant. I just got that shit pisses me off.
I can't wait to see what the Spotify auto-generated chapters
Little
say
Mermaid.
about this.
I think I might have talked about this on the podcast. Little Mermaid is wild. If you came to me and said, "Hey, I have an idea for a date," I was like, "Yeah, bro, what is it?" There's this deaf mute girl that I've been hanging out with. I don't really know.
Helen Keller type shit.
I don't really know if she likes me a lot or not. I'm gonna take her out on a boat by herself in the middle of the night, and I'm gonna make a move, bro. What are you doing?
And she's like 13.
I'm like, dude, you're going to jail. Like, what are you doing right now? What are we talking about? Like, that's a horrible idea. You're taking the deaf mute girl to the lagoon in the woods, and you're gonna try to woo her and kiss the girl. That's creepy as shit, man. Like, stop. Don't do that. And think about it. She gave up her voice to basically be with the dude. So she chose to stop being able to speak, to have the ability to walk, right? She lost her voice. She gave it to Ursula because Ursula was just like an octopus bitch. So she took her voice. So then Ariel decides to go be with this dude and try to do whatever and walk on the sand, but gave up her voice to go do that. She gave up her voice to be with some dude. What is that? What kind of message is that, bro?
It's like a wet dream.
Jesus Christ. Follow, subscribe,
okay, but also
share.
like while we're doing it, like I mean Cinderella, like the glass slipper fits perfectly. Well, why the fuck did it fall off in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Check them.
True, she's got sweaty feet. You know what I'm saying? You wear those things, and you wear glass slippers and try to have your feet not sweat
with your indentured servitude.
Yeah, that one was pretty wild, but there's something inherently weird with Little Mermaid. Something obviously inherently weird with Beauty and the Beast. It's just like inappropriate.
And that was a clip from Joseph and Andy's other podcast called Screenplayers. 1.5 episodes released until banned from YouTube. Check it out. Still up.
I think we can do it on Facebook still. Though. Facebook was like, whatever. They didn't give two shits.
I know.
They didn't care. Do you need a break or are you?
Yeah, let's take one real quick.
All right. We will be back here in a moment.
Recording stop. Recording in progress.
And now we're back with the topics. Joseph.
All right. First topic. This is by NPR KERA from their Law. This is by Ryan Lucas and Elena Moore. That's under Law, and it is Democrats press Bondi over concerns DOJ is weaponizing to target Trump's foes. So there's a lot of crazy clips of this that have been shown or been floating around today about her being confronted yes or no questions and not answering them. Attorney General Pam Bondi faced sharp questions from Democrats over mounting concerns that the Justice Department under her leadership is being weaponized to go after Trump's perceived political enemies. During a more than 4-hour hearing before the Senate Judiciary Committee Tuesday that often turned combative, Bondi defended her work at the helm of the Justice Department, rejecting allegations that investigations and prosecutions, including the most recent indictment of former FBI Director James Comey, were driven by politics. I took the office with two goals: to end weaponization of justice and return the department to its more core issues of fighting violent crime, Bondi told lawmakers. While there is more work to do, I believe in 8 short months we have made tremendous progress towards those ends. That's like bullshit.
Obviously, dude, it's insane. It's like it's Orwellian. It's like exactly what they're not doing.
Yeah.
Like they're not investigating like sex crimes, like violent crimes, murders, because they're pulling all these fools like away to go do like the ICE shit.
Yeah. The Justice Department has undergone enormous changes since Bondi took charge during her tenure. Career prosecutors who worked Capitol riot cases or investigated Trump have been pushed out or fired, as have senior officials at the FBI. The section that investigates public corruption has been gutted, while the Bureau's premier public corruption unit has been disbanded. And
yeah, so just white collar crime, just nobody's investigating it. So just it's a free for all, bro.
Yeah, and the department that has open investigations into Trump's most vocal critics and dropped prosecutions for his allies. He's even made comments like, "Oh, well, you know, he voted Trump, so we like him." Yeah. So like that's crazy.
Yeah, like there's not like this isn't the deep state. This is the shallow state, dude. It's like they're just telling you like what they're fucking doing, like all you fucking QAnon people, like deep state, dude. You have masked motherfuckers like just showing up trying to like kidnap people, like in like fucking Honda CRVs. Like what are we doing?
Yeah, with no due process. Lawmakers broke on party lines in their views on the direction the department has taken under Trump's administration. Democrats sought to zero in on the turmoil and departure from department traditions and norms to highlight that they say is a dangerous direction Bondi is taking the DOJ. Our nation's top law enforcement agency has become a shield for the president and his political allies when they engage in misconduct, said Dick Durbin, committee's top Democrat. In 8 short months, you fundamentally transformed the Justice Department and left an enormous stain on American history. It will take decades to recover. Republicans, in contrast, argue that the department was in fact weaponized by the Biden administration against Trump and conservatives more broadly. And they said Bondi was cleaning up the mess that was left behind. Focusing on crime and getting tough on criminals is a welcome change from 4 years of Biden administration's soft on crime policies, said Chuck Grassley, that old fucking dinosaur. Go away.
Yeah, I think he's like 91.
God, Chuck Grassley is just miserable. I mean, he's almost been in office.
Thinking of Orrin Hatch.
No, you're thinking Orrin Hatch, but both of those guys, I swear, were in office where if a woman wanted a credit card, they had to ask their husband's permission.
50 years in the Senate for Orrin Hatch.
Gross. Yeah, he pointed to information he said at the end he and other lawmakers have obtained that shows the FBI in 2023 analyzed phone data of more than half a dozen Republican lawmakers, including members of the Judiciary Committee, as part of an investigation in Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Can you tell me why my phone records were sought by the Jack Smith agents? Lindsey Graham said, referring to the special counsel who investigated Trump. Grassley, meanwhile, called it an outrage and an unconstitutional breach, and called on Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel to address the matter. Several Republicans called for Bondi to appoint a special counsel to investigate. Thoughts?
I'm glad like there's at least a little pushback, from the fucking Congress, the do nothing Congress 2.0, as they used to call them back in the day. Like, like we're not even talking about the fucking government still shut down,
Yeah, I mean, they asked her questions about the border czar because they have, what is his name, Homan? Yeah, Homan. They have video of him accepting $50,000 in cash from the FBI
in a fucking bag
in a sting operation. Then that has been decided to not be prosecuted. It was being investigated, and then they just dropped the prosecution against him whenever Trump took office.
I mean, 50 G's is like that's all it takes. Like you fucking prostitute. Like, come on, bro. Like look at what Jared Kushner's done. You know, he's just like he just got in on the EA Sports $55 billion acquisition with the Saudis so that he can like grease the fucking wheels and get the merger or like let the take private by a Saudi fucking like this sovereign wealth fund, like biggest leverage buyout in the history of the world, and yeah, and you got $2 billion from the Saudis as soon as he left office in 2020. That's what you got to do, dude. Can't be a cheap whore. Come on, Homan.
Then they questioned her about the Comey allegations. Trump truthed or tweeted, whatever, farted out a fucking message that would look like it was a direct message to Pam Bondi. It's kind of how it reads about going after these political people, Comey and other people. Then they ended up firing a Virginia prosecutor who refused to bring charges against Comey and other people, saying that
they had to get like a fucking staffer to.
Yeah, hold on. So they fired that guy in Virginia. Then they appointed, a former Trump staffer, never prosecuted a case, to bring these charges and file this indictment because nobody else in the Department of Justice wanted to even touch this thing. So they got some inexperienced person to do it. She's ridiculous. I've watched interviews with her, and she's almost as bad as that Haba, the woman who represented him in the election overturn case and all that stuff. Who he tried to get appointed to Attorney General of New Jersey, and I think she got denied. Borderline been disbarred. She'd never tried a case before she did it, so that's not shocking. And then also they asked about Epstein files, who directed the FBI to look for information that involved Trump and flag it. She wouldn't even answer the question. She started questioning, Adam Schiff and like what he does and where he gets his money. It was all like deflect. She didn't answer any actual questions. It was pretty crazy. Like it was obvious. It was proposed. Like he would be like, okay, like mute her mic, reclaiming my time, or like natural order. Give me a sec. Hey, yes or no? Did you direct anybody to like look for information or flag things that involve Donald Trump in the Epstein files? Wouldn't answer the question. Just started personally attacking him. That was the whole thing for 4 hours. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, they got a video, but they said they found no credible evidence of any wrongdoing. But they have a video of Homan accepting $50,000 in cash.
It's obvious.
When asked
He's not even denying it.
When asked by Schiff if she would support the request by Democrat lawmakers to make public any recordings of Homan allegedly accepting the cash, the exchange grew heated. Bondi responded by asking Schiff, "Will you apologize to Donald Trump for trying to impeach him?"
See, that's what that is. Like, that's my senator, by the way. Voted for him. He's like clean, dude. That's why he's like the perfect dude. Like he's a prosecutor for real. And like he doesn't fuck around, and like he's squeaky clean like the FBI used to be, Like whenever I became a financial advisor, I got an FBI background check because like they trust the FBI, but it's also like mandatory. But nowadays it's like, what does that even mean? Kash Patel's the head of the FBI. Dan Bongino is the deputy fucking chief of the FBI. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah. So that happened today. It's cringe as shit. And honestly, Pam Bondi looks like she's aged like 10 years in this 8 months, man.
But she can't get the Botox treatments fast enough.
Just lying that much is going to be exhausting.
But she also bought in on forget what it might have been it was either she got in on the crypto, but no, she bought like stock, a shit ton of stock, and then they announced something like 2 hours later, and in the stock surged, and then she cashed out. Like just like because like they can track like like who bought like this many shares, like it like, and they found like they like worked backwards and found out it was her, and like the timing and everything of it is just straight up insider trading.
Oh yeah,
Like, yeah.
they all get away with it though. No one's gonna do anything to them at this point. They're insane.
Well, she's the fucking one who would bring the case,
Yeah,
Like, so when your attorney general's insider trading, it's like, fuck, dude.
and there's no more corruption investigators. It's been whittled down, and then the best group of them has been disbanded and dispersed.
But she would be in charge of them, so
yeah, exactly. Like so, like but even if they were independent, they don't exist anymore. So no, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. I think they try to argue that special counsels were illegal, like Trump's team did, to get like our boy Jack. What's his last name? Remember?
Jack Smith.
Was that the prosecutor?
Yeah.
Special counsel? Yeah, Jack Smith. Yeah. They were trying to, that went to the Supreme Court. They argued that the whole concept of a special counsel is illegal. So, like, they're definitely not hiring special counsels, unless of course.
No, that means they are.
Unless it's to investigate, like, other people.
That's what they are. He's going to pardon Santos, bring him out.
Oh, I hope so.
And he's going to...
We don't need a special counsel for that. We need a special ceremony. Maybe like the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
He's going to crush it.
That's right. USA. USA. We should get on Sora, the new OpenAI video generator, and create videos of George Santos getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
So we had talked about the ICP theme song.
Yeah, I heard it was good.
Yeah. So I went and edited the last episode and put it in. So like if you downloaded it, or you automatically download it, if you and listen to it like in the first like day, you didn't hear it, but if you like undownload it and re-download it, then you'll be able to hear both during the break. The intro. I hit him with it 30 seconds, and then a full ass minute, or I put the full song on at the end, so it's like 2 minutes and 40 seconds or something.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I was like, hell yeah, dude.
So what should the theme song be this week?
You gotta do like Nate Dogg, dude. You gotta do a Nate Dogg.
Okay.
Nate Dogg singing it.
I mean, it's not a hook it's not a hit unless Nate Dogg's on
Yeah,
the track.
so like something, like pick up something like It Ain't No Fun.
Shit. Hey.
Like It Ain't No Fun if the boys can't have none,
Yeah,
Talk
right.
shit or get off the pot. Yeah, talking shit or getting off the pot. Like that'd be good.
Okay.
Before you opened up your
I was like literally working on a West Coast beat because I was this is how intricate the shit talking's got in the Dynasty League, the 16-team League of Dorks Fantasy Football League. That I hit him with a GIF. It's a GIF, not a GIF. Good graphic image file. Hit him with a GIF. Denzel training day. Whenever he's like, "I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog?" But I had ChatGPT change it from Jake to Vince because that's what I was talking shit about, and I animated it, and then I worked on a West Coast rap beat because I like that like the whole album is like Dr. Dre, or the soundtrack. I mean, a lot of it is because Dr. Dre was like in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I hit him with the GIF with the soundtrack. So I have like a Nate Dogg style beat locked and loaded.
That's what we need.
All right.
Article number 2 from the AP. Truck driver sues Mark Sanchez and Fox after violent fight over parking space. This is by Marjorie Beck, a 69-year-old truck driver who was seriously injured in a fight that prosecutors say was started by former NFL quarterback and sports analyst Mark Sanchez, is suing Sanchez and his employer, Fox Corporation, in Indiana State Court. Lawyers for Perry Toll filed the lawsuit Monday, seeking an unspecified amount in actual and punitive damages, as well as attorney fees. The lawsuit accuses Sanchez of instigating a fight with Toll Saturday night outside of a downtown Indianapolis hotel, leading to severe permanent disfigurement, loss of function, and other injuries and emotional distress. Toll also stabbed Sanchez several times in the fight, according to police. A picture of Toll circulating online shows him in a neck brace on a hospital bed, covered in blood with a deep slash to the side of his face. In an email, Fox Sports declined to comment on the lawsuit. Attorneys representing Sanchez in his criminal case also declined to comment on the lawsuit. Attorneys representing Toll in the lawsuit, which requested a jury trial, did not immediately return calls seeking comment. Sanchez is facing a felony battery charge along with several misdemeanor charges. So what they say is a fight over the parking lot. There's a video of this shit where it's Mark Sanchez and he's like grabbing his side and he's got all this blood running down. He's just like stumbling through the street after this motherfucker stabbed him. And like, I'll read more of it, but allegedly he jumps on this dude. He comes at him and this dude pepper sprays Mark Sanchez in the face. He like wipes it off and keeps attacking him. So like gets him on the ground, and while he's on top of him, he's beating up this old man. This old man pulls out a knife while he's on this ground and just starts sticking him to get him off of him. He gets up. The old man stands up. Then when they stand up, he comes at him again. He has to stick him again. And then he stumbles off after being stabbed multiple times. So it originally was like, oh, Mark Sanchez has been stabbed. He's in the hospital. Then he got arrested in the hospital.
What the first thing I saw was stabbed during a robbery.
Yeah, stabbed during, like, jumped and stabbed during a robbery.
Yeah, and I was like, what? I was like, bullshit, dude.
We're literally talking about people fighting over a parking space and or a dispute about where people are parking, and it resulted in someone receiving just incredibly significant injuries. Marion County prosecutor.
Wait, so
Ryan
when they said
Mears.
like permanently disfigured, they're talking about the driver?
Yeah, like he like fucked this guy up.
Yeah, because like I got confused. Like,
69. Mark Sanchez, while he's retired, he played
6'7", 6'7".
No, he's probably like 6'4", maybe.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just.
But he's a
the 6'7" meme.
But he's still a big fucking dude, and he played in the NFL for.
No,
over
I know.
10
He's
years.
from out here, dude. He went to Mission Viejo college. So did my cousin.
They were number 2 in the country when we were number 1.
Yeah.
Go Dragons! Because they lost their first game of the season.
I took some mushrooms there.
But we're talking about people, fighting. An affidavit says the 38-year-old Sanchez, smelling of alcohol, accosted Toll, who had backed his truck into a hotel's loading docks in downtown Indianapolis. Toll's lawsuit says Sanchez entered Toll's truck without permission, then physically blocked and shoved Toll, and then he doused Sanchez in pepper spray. When Sanchez advanced after being sprayed, he pulled out a knife to defend himself. They said Sanchez was hospitalized with stab wounds to his upper right torso. Sanchez was in Indianapolis for Fox's coverage of Sunday's game between the Colts and Raiders. Crazy.
When the Raiders are in town and they're not the craziest football player, that's rare. Also, you forgot to mention just the footnote that Mark Sanchez is the butt fumbler, fumbled running into his own lineman's butt on Thanksgiving, I believe.
I remember the butt fumble. He also went to back-to-back.
I remember where I was.
He also was a rookie and went to the AFC Championship game, went to back-to-back AFC Championship games.
Yeah, I mean, he was a part of like that, like USC, like Leinart, Sanchez.
Well, he only started.
Carson Palmer.
No, not really, because
he. I'm saying like that there was like a factory of quarterbacks coming out of USC. That's all I'm saying.
He only started 1 year at USC. It was a sophomore year. While he was good, he wasn't like fantastic. Everybody said he should have stayed and gone back to school, and he chose not to. That was a big deal between him and Pete Carroll at the time. So he wanted to leave. Pete Carroll told him he thought he should stay. They disagreed. He chose to leave, and they had all this beef. And he chose to leave and go and enter the draft after starting 1 year as a sophomore. So he was a second-year player. He still had 2 more years of eligibility, and he chose to leave, which ended up being a mistake. While he was good and he had like some ability, he didn't understand the game enough to have made that step. But whenever he played on that team of the Jets, I mean, you had Bart Scott, Let me think. You had Golston. You had John Abraham. Like you had some. Yeah, that was like a really physical team. And Rex Ryan was their head coach. They had Rex Ryan. That was never like Rex Ryan was all goofy and saying stupid shit. And they drafted him, and he went to 2 AFC Championship games back to back. But then all bounced around after that. Never could really hold down a quarterback job. Played for the Cowboys for a bit. Played for the Eagles for a little bit. I think he beat the Cowboys one year as the Eagles, as our starter because someone was hurt. But yeah, apparently he beat the shit out of some old man, and the old man stabbed the hell out of him. If you look online, you can see a surveillance video, and it's Sanchez like stumbling off, and he's got a big old spot where there's just like blood, and he's just grabbing himself and walking away, which is still crazy that he got pepper sprayed and stabbed multiple times and was still like walking around.
I saw a clip where Bondi Jones was also breaking this down, but he was saying that people thought Sanchez was on angel dust, PCP. Like, is that an actual rumor going around? Or is it
well, that's what they said. Is they were like, well, if you're acting like you're on dust, it's hard to say you're not. I think
he goes, if people think you're on dust, you're not coming back from that.
I mean, I don't think. Maybe I don't see it being dust. I could see him being fucking wasted and getting into it with somebody. I mean, who knows? Like if he's abusing substances or not. It wouldn't be that surprising. But I tried to just think that he was just fucking wasted.
Yeah, and the CTE is real.
Oh yeah, I mean, you see this happen with these guys. And they have he played 10 years, made a career of it. He's got a good cush job, or he had one with Fox. So he's probably going to bounce around up on like Barstool or some stupid shit like that. But, I mean, he's cut out a little spot for himself in the broadcasting world, which is going to be difficult. Like, when you're calling games, that's a big deal.
Yeah, and he calls a lot of the West Coast games. So, like, the Rams and the Chargers and shit. So I've got a healthy helping of him, and I thought he was actually pretty decent at announcing.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll see what comes of it. That's pretty big news. You don't see that very often. I mean, shout out to this old man, Perry Toll. I mean, that's fucking stupid to get in a fight over. He's 69-year-old man, and you're gonna assault him.
He was trying to get the used cooking oil because he picks it up.
And he peppers. Yeah, he's trying to pick up used cooking oil because that's what he does. So he pulled up to the back to pick up this used cooking oil, and that's when they got into it. He jumped in his fucking car. So he pepper sprayed him, which for me is like a polite assault. Like if you pepper spray somebody because they're getting in your face and threatening you, that's a nice way of saying fuck off. But if I pepper spray you,
especially when you have a knife in your pocket.
Yeah, and if I pepper spray you and you keep coming, then yeah, the knife's probably coming out. But then also I still feel like in that moment you're at a disadvantage because I pepper sprayed you. Now I know he's a 69-year-old man, so it's a little bit different, and he could just overpower him. But most of the time, if me and you are gonna get into a fight, and then you pepper spray me, and then we get into a physical altercation, you might get it. It's gonna be really hard for me to see shit. Mark Sanchez was definitely on some shit. If he was drunk, he was wasted. And I could see it being pills or maybe Coke or something like that. But I don't know about dust. I don't think he's smoking PCP or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That would be wild.
But also used cooking oil, very flammable. That could have got even crazier.
That's nuts. And then for this old man to have to stab him that many times, you got to see the video. It's black and white. So it's not gory or anything, but you're oh, that dude's got a big stain on his shirt, and it's obviously wasted Sanchez walking walking away. The video of him leaving the scene. So I'm sure he lied and was I think I got jumped, and he wasn't I just beat the fuck out of this old man, and then he stabbed me. Imagine if you guy died. If you beat up an old man, he survives, he stabs you, you die. And that's how Mark Sanchez died. He died because he assaulted a 70-year-old man, and that man murdered him, stabbed him, didn't murder him, defended himself, and killed Mark Sanchez. That would be crazy. That was almost the same stupid-ass timeline we're on. We just missed that. is just going to be a felon now. That would have made the
Yeah,
timeline
but they
even
didn't-
more dumb.
They didn't initially even charge him with any like felonies, but then
They
by the time
they saw how old the guy was.
well yeah like they looked into it and they're like, oh no, bro, we're elevating these charges real quick.
Yeah, so imagine waking up because he was probably wasted. So he comes to, he's been stabbed, doesn't remember much. It's all patchy, and then by like you wake up, everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's works!" And then all of a sudden the cops come in and cuff you to the gurney. So you were just sitting there, and the nurses are like, "It's Mark Sanchez," and then you get cuffed, and they're like, "Oh, that's the old man. That's the dude who beat up the old man in like 32B." Like this guy did that. That sweet old man. Yeah, it was fucking Sanchez. Like that. Like right. I guarantee you.
Because they're both in the same hospital.
Yeah, they maybe
Probably no, but yeah, probably.
Probably
That makes sense.
Yeah,
They're just getting to the closest hospital.
they're like, I don't know. This guy beat the shit out of me, but I stabbed him a bunch. What was his name? I don't know. He looked like that butt fumble guy, Mark Sanchez. No shit. We got Mark Sanchez actually upstairs. Someone stabbed him 8 times.
I sent the article to Wara's mom, my ex, my baby mama, just because that's like the only thing she like knows about football is Mark Sanchez, the butt fumbler. And I'm like, yeah, check this out.
Pretty crazy. Article number 3. This is just really to discuss. I think there's a lot of reasons for it, and some of it you could say has to do with Trump maybe, but illegal U.S.-Mexico border crossings hit lowest level in over 50 years. By Madeline Halpert. Illegal crossings of the U.S. border of Mexico have hit the lowest level in over half a century. In the fiscal 2025 year, agents have stopped 238,000 migrants crossing the border. There have been fewer than 9,000 illegal crossings recorded each month. And it's the lowest number of apprehensions since 1970 when the agents stopped 202. What do you think about that?
I mean, that's fine. I mean, I think it's probably a combination of that. Yeah, like people just don't want to come here anymore.
Yeah, I feel like
Not like that. Like the. Yeah, I think it's just the attitude. You know, it's like whenever I was doing, I was the aquatic engineer. It was like bougie houses only. There was this bougie house. It was like a TikToker owned it. He was like in the hype house, but he sold it to this family from Denmark. And I met him a few times. Like they come and like visit for a couple weeks, but they bought the house and they're planning on moving out there. And then Trump got into office, and I never saw him again. And they're supposed to like move in, like, and I was like, I guarantee you, like, they're like, well, maybe we should pump the brakes.
yeah, I mean,
And they're white people from Denmark.
well, but it's like I said before, and you were like, whoa, you sound crazy. But I was like, if you want to take the border serious, you militarize the border to keep people.
I know, well, I thought you were talking about hitting them with drone, like missiles. Like
no, but you could track them with drones. Or
Right.
We have the technology to like know.
That's why I was like, whoa, dude, chill.
No, like we have the ability to track people and watch them. If we use that equipment more here to modernize and militarize our border, that would deter people from coming over here. But we don't do that because we don't take it that serious.
Because everybody turns a blind eye because they like the cheap labor. These people, they pay taxes, but they don't take any of the benefits, no matter how many times they say it on fucking Fox News.
$100 billion.
Yeah, like it's actually like $4 trillion to like the motherfucking economy, dude. Like, what you'd have like the money multiplier effect, and it's like everybody, like, if you really want to stop it, start putting fucking business owners who hire undocumented workers in jail, and real quick,
Yeah,
like they're coming here because there's jobs available to them, right? They're not just coming here just to come here. It's because it's the land of opportunity, and if there weren't jobs available, they wouldn't come. So if you cut off the source, but they don't want to do that, dude.
well, that's how they've been able to find and track so many people that are illegals. If they're paying into the tax system, that's why when they linked up with the IRS to share information, because they could see where people were and who was getting paid, who was working, who's here illegally, and that's how they could track them. simple. But what? But they would have to be paying taxes for the IRS to have their information.
Which most of them are. Like,
I know, no, that's what I'm like. I know that's what I'm saying. So it's like when they used to say they don't pay taxes, then why are we linking up with the IRS to get information about them?
They're paying into fucking Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security, and they're never, ever, ever going to reap the benefits of it. That's it. And then they send money home, and they have to do it through the U.S. banks. The banks get the float, and then they're buying shit, and they're like building communities, and like the reason why the U.S. bounced back better than all like the European countries or all the developed countries in the world from COVID. Like we're just like we used to be like all of Europe, the EU combined had the same GDP as the United States in 2019. Now the United States has doubled their GDP. Like we're just crushing. It's because we had immigrants come in and do the fucking job, and every like the Western countries, like their population is in like not necessarily decline, but it's like it's going down. So except for the United States, because we get as people are having like less children, well, we're getting immigrants that come in that fill that gap. Whereas in like Japan, they've been stagnant for a fucking decade, and China is like their population has decreased now for 2 years in a row, so that's on its way down. And then they're not gonna have enough young people to take care of all like the old people and like the benefits, like the Medicare and shit, like the social safety net. But we will if we keep letting immigrants come in, because they're gonna pay into it, and they're not gonna take anything out of it.
That's true. It's basically like free money.
Yes. No shit.
For the government.
Right. But that, and they don't want to solve the problem because it's a political issue for them that they think that is a winner, border. They just say it, and so like it's just like abortion. It's like abortion. Like they're like the dog who caught the car whenever fucking Roe v. Wade got overturned, because like they didn't actually give a shit. They just like the politics of it.
Yeah, because they like the divisiveness of the issue. Yeah,
exactly.
Because they had that border bill, and then Trump was like, "No, told everybody not to vote on it because he wanted to use it as a campaign issue."
Right. Like they literally said it out loud. And then he can point at like he's fucking over the red states. He's getting tax cuts to billionaires and taking out $1 trillion out of Medicaid. Well, who uses Medicaid? Mississippians, Alabamians.
Yeah, the top 10 states that receive social net benefits, like from the federal government, that are subsidized are all red states.
Yeah, exactly. Like California is a net giver of, we pay more in taxes to the federal government than we ever take. But not the red states, dude. All takers, which is fine. We're the United States of America, but just like, let's not get it twisted. And there was more money from the federal government for Medicaid. You can expand Medicaid, and these fucking idiot ass like Republican governors, like free money from California and New York, to give you more healthcare to the poorest people in your state. And they're like, no, we don't like Obamacare, so we're not going to take the money from Obamacare and give it to our citizens. Like, so not only did they not expand Medicaid in all these fucking red states, but now they're going to cut more money from the original Medicaid, so they're fucked. But it's just like, but then he's like, so then Donald Trump points at immigrants and it's like, I know you're fucked, and these are the people who are fucking you.
Yeah,
them, the other, the boogeyman, when it's really him.
Oh yeah. But I mean, we've seen a decrease in illegal crossings over the border. That's obviously, that's a good thing. But like I said, I do think that it's almost a non-issue, and that's something that he really made a promise on from the beginning, that he had to do something since he held it up. Like, there's certain issues that, like, that's something where he's like, I'm going to clean up the border. We're going to have less illegals cross. We're going to catch more people. So he's doing that. So kudos. But I feel like he has to pick and choose which campaign promises he's going to follow through on. And like while this illegal immigration issue has been a problem for since before we were alive, and it'll be probably still be an issue after we're dead with how long this has been going around. That issue, if you said like, okay, instead of 9,000 a month, it's 20,000, but the Epstein files are released, people would be okay with that. There's other things that I think are more pertinent, that this is something that he has to do his best attempt to hit a home run on to deflect from other things as well. He needs something positive that he can point to. And this is just like illegal crossings. This isn't, ICE, mass detaining people, dismissing people's legal immigration court cases and then detaining them with no due process as they walk out of the courtroom, telling judges to dismiss cases so they can't arrest people. It's crazy. Raiding Home Depot.
Calling judges insurrectionists because they're like, no, you can't bring the military in.
Yeah, like all of that other aspect of immigration is why he's polling low in immigration. There's not really anything he's polling great in. He's polling somewhere around the low 30s in pretty much everything. Even whenever it comes to like Republican stances, he's in the low 40s to mid 30s, which is pretty much just shows that that's like as you would say, like, not you, but some would say like the cult, the MAGA cult. Those are the people that would vote.
Yeah, it's like 39%. He's never gonna lose. They're in.
Yeah,
they're dickmatized.
Yeah, so that's basically what he's really holding on to right now, is that group.
Right, like independents don't like this shit, obviously.
No.
Like, you brought up Barstool earlier. I listened to, like, we're shouting out all sorts of podcasts now because you hit him with the Barstool, hit him with the Candace Owens. Also, I listened to The Bulwark, which is all a bunch of Republicans. They're called Never Trumpers. So they started, like, their own media company, and it's all like the guy I listen to is Tim Miller, and shout out. He's like a elder millennial, but he used to be the comms director for Jeb Bush during his presidential campaign, but now he's like a full-on Democrat. He's gay, but he went to the Barstool headquarters and interviewed KFC from Barstool. He's like one of the top guys there. And the guy at KFC was saying that 98% of the people that work at Barstool are liberals and voted for Kamala. And it's just like Dave Portnoy. They call him like the Proud Boy around the office because he's like the only Republican. Because I know you were saying like Barstool bullshit, like Mark Sanchez, but like I don't know. Like I think that like they get like they have like a
Dave Portnoy is like the Jerry Jones of like sports guys. Like he's just fucking annoying.
Yeah, but like he's like not representative of the people that actually.
No, but he is like the biggest representation of Barstool. No, totally, so that's why he's like the Jerry Jones. Yeah, that's why he's like the Jerry Jones of it, because he like won't fuck off. Yeah, we'd like you more if you'd shut up. But there's time where he gets into it with his employees on air, on stuff about topics. I mean, he's had arguments with people about the Charlie Kirk stuff, about being anti-Israel. He's very controversial when it comes to
the only like I really like when he passes through my life is his like pizza takes.
Yeah, the pizza stuff.
That's the only shit I've ever seen. Like it's in my algorithm.
I'll see it sometimes because it'll be like some grifter Twitter shit, and somebody will be reposting a video where he's just being a dick, but they're like, "Look at him, mop with this guy, go Dave Portnoy," and I'm like, dude, this guy's such a tool. He's such an ass.
Call her daddy though.
And you don't gotta worry about the last article. It's not even really an article. It was just kind of discussing what groypers are, which is that Nick Fuentes alt-right weird shit, the Pepe meme, the frog memes, and all that stupid stuff, which isn't like super crazy, but just that's another person. But he's got all this beef with Candace Owens. Yeah, it's a white nationalist group. They're a loosely defined group of Fuentes followers, fans, and associates, and a variant of Pepe the Frog, an internet meme.
So there's this like little dive bar by where my parents used to live, and I used to go there all the time, and it switched hands. Like it was like Axl Rose's manager owned it at one point, and then this guy named Daryl called it Daryl's Couch. It was a craft beer place, and it keeps switching. used to be, it was a bikini bar that it was like the front for Coke selling at one point, but now it's called The Local, and it's owned by my Irish brethren, Mikey, shout out. But they have like stickers all over the wall, and I go in the bathroom, and there's 3 Pepe the Frog stickers like around the bathroom, and I like went back out and I talked to the owner. I'm like, what's up with the Pepe the Frog stickers? And like they like I had to explain to them and like had to Google and show them that it was like a Nazi like fucking symbol.
Yeah.
Is this a Nazi bar? Like what's going on?
I hope that we figure this shit out, man.
We will. It's just gonna get worse before it gets better.
Great. Well, you got anything else for us?
Meditate, bitches.
Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe, share. If you don't, that's fine. We just appreciate, honestly, y'all checking us out and listening. It helps us out. If you leave us a good review, helps us out with the algorithms, moves us up on charts and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we really just appreciate the support, the love, the feedback, the people that listen and like talk to us about it in our day-to-day. Like we appreciate you guys. But as always, be smart, be safe, stay out of trouble. And as always, go fuck yourselves.
Shout out.
Recording stopped.